At town meeting on June 29th, I will represent the Acton-Boxborough Regional School Committee and request Acton's support for Article 6, the Acton-Boxborough Regional School District budget. The development of a budget is a collaborative process between the school committee, the superintendent, and the district administration. With the elections on June 2nd, our school committee was reformed with the addition of Evelyn Ibea Isaiah, Yebin Wang, and Kira Wilson Cook. We thank and bid farewell to Paul Murphy, Maya Minkin, and Michael Bowe. This budget is the result of the work by last year's school committee. The superintendent and administrators began the development of the Acton-Boxborough school budget in September. The budget took shape in December with the first formal budget presentation. At this time, the Commonwealth was committed to significant increases in education funding with the passage of the Student Opportunity Act. The school committee and the district were very grateful to Acton and Boxborough for their financial commitments to a new elementary school in December. In January, the governor's budget reinforced the expectation of a strong state commitment to education in FY21. Locally, we reviewed our budget with the finance committees of Acton and Boxborough and finalized our strategy for bond issuance. In February, the school committee voted the first FY21 budget. March began with excellent news as we issued our school bond, and then everything changed. Schools closed for what proved to be the rest of the year. In April, the Commonwealth restarted its budget process in the face of poor revenues. We want our students to learn to be resilient. The district modeled this behavior in our response to the pandemic. We redeployed our food service resources to provide community support. All of our educational resources, teachers, administrators, IT, were dedicated to creating a remote learning environment. In September, not a single person involved in this effort had any idea that they would be working online in the spring. Nonetheless, they all accepted the challenge, and we were a leading district in closing schools and moving our students' education forward. Our effort was far from perfect, but it was good. I still struggle to appreciate how challenging this was for families trying to work at home with new daytime responsibilities for their children, and many staff who face this same increased workload. In the end, we celebrated with online music and a rolling rally for the class of 2020. We added our voices to the call to move forward on legislation to make sure that Black lives are respected by the law and law enforcement. We know that schools will reopen. We know that there will be new cases of COVID-19, and we know that we need to continue our students' education. We are uncertain about the course of the pandemic and what we will learn from school reopenings around the world. We are uncertain about the level of state and federal guidance and financial support we will receive. To address both the certainties and uncertainties, Peter Light established a series of committees that will work through the summer to create a reopening plan. The plan will have multiple contingencies. To address revenue risk, a series of COVID-19 related changes were made to our budget. Changes in timing of capital expenditures reduced the budget by $350,000. Salary adjustments, including no raise for the superintendent and elimination of some leadership training, further reduced the budget by $255K. The assessment was reduced by $414,000 through the recognition of federal CARES funding and the additional use of reserves. The adjustment to the budget totals $1 million. However, our budget must anticipate unexpected COVID expenses. We added a contingency fund of $500,000, which will only be used to address unanticipated and unreimbursable COVID expenses. State revenues are an important element of the school budget. While we expect reductions in state aid relative to January's governor's budget, we believe that federal support will compensate for the loss in state revenue. Local property tax revenue has yet to be significantly impacted. We expect that local revenues will support the proposed assessment for FY21. Throughout the development of our new school building, we have reduced the project cost and impact on our local tax rates. The final cost reduction came in the form of an excellent rate secured on bond issuance in March. The hybrid bond, 90% for the new school, 10% for our capital improvement program, carries an interest rate of just 2.16%. The first bond payment will be in FY21, and these level payments will continue for 30 years. The debt impact on the tax bill for the average single-family home in Acton will be $385. Payments for the capital improvement program are being made inside Proposition 2 1/2. The Acton-Boxborough Regional School District budget for FY21 is $97 million, consisting of an operating budget of $92.3 million and a capital budget of $4.6 million. The Acton assessment is $65.6 million. Although in March we projected a year-over-year increase of 3.0%, adjustments to the budget reduced the increase to 2.1% in June. In terms of percentages, the new debt-excluded capital is a one-time increase in the assessment of 4.7%. The total increase in the Acton assessment for FY21 is 7.1%. Our budget is our commitment to education and expresses the values of the Acton-Boxborough community. We are maintaining existing educational services while reallocating resources to improve special education and mental health supports. We are reducing kindergarten tuitions. We are supporting the facility infrastructure of our district with new building and capital improvements. The budget respects our core values of equity, wellness, and engagement. I encourage you to attend Acton Town Meeting June 29th and support Article 6, the ABRSD budget. Although this presentation is brief, all the supporting materials, including the detailed budget, are available on the school district website, abschools.org. On-demand video of our school committee meetings is available at ActonTV.org. The school committee, as always, welcomes your feedback at our meetings or via our email, abrsc@abschools.org.